Okay, so update time. Fair bit's been going on. Today is the 6th of January, so New Year's started. We're coming into the new season. I've got a few things that I can finally announce. So I tried pretty hard, obviously. The goal is to be on a team. I pushed pretty hard for that, called pretty well everybody, and had a couple opportunities. So the most likely ones were sort of looking like WBR Yamaha as a possibility. I was hoping for a 450 deal there. And then also I knew that there was a spot possibly for the gas ride as far as like the KTM group. So I went pretty hard after them, and both those rides got filled. So it wasn't to be, but that's fine. I know I at least was in the conversation this time. I had a good talk to Yuriv from Honda about the factory ride there. He was fully straight up, which I really appreciated. Just told me he doesn't think I'm ready to win yet, which honestly I have to agree. I don't think I'm quite there. So he said unless he feels like he can win, he can't put me on the bike. Craig Dack was sort of in the same situation with CDR. So eventually, instead of waiting around, I started organising my own program again, and Brisbane Motorcycles is back on board. So they're gonna again be like a massive part of the program. It's looking like I'm going to be on Honda. Obviously, they've got other bikes, but the Yamaha was my other option, what I was thinking possibly going. And that's just not really going to work out because the bikes are coming in so late. There's not many parts, and I'd have to fully develop that. So just makes way more sense for me to stick on the Honda. That is a Honda behind me. I just tried like a white kit out. So stick with that bike. I've got a setting already. I've already got comfort with the bike. And unit is confirmed, so unit is definitely on board as well. There's going to be a couple small changes with different things, but I can't announce that just yet. A couple other people coming on board, so the program is going to be better. It's going to be the best support I've ever had, so I'm super appreciative. Even though the team thing didn't work out, I'm going to have a good setup this year and be able to build and continue growing. But yeah, so to wrap it up, program is going to be Privateer to Pro again. We're doing the whole Privateer deal with Brisbane Motorcycles. Unit, Backyard Designs are still going to be kitting the bike out. We've got a lot of the same partners, so Bluefin is back on board. I'm pumped to have those guys on. We'll have some more announcements with that soon. But today we're here in Rockhampton, super hot muggy day. Luke is putting on a 3-day boot camp here. So what we're going to be doing is, I think it's 5 hours each day of actual ride time and training. So he's going to be running it like a normal school, you know, doing sections, technique, drill stuff. I actually really like just doing these myself. I run my own schools, but it's always cool to jump on board and, you know, you can always learn more. Luke always picks up stuff and he pushes me throughout. We're excited to get into these 3 days and just grind it out. Going to be living out of the van, so pretty well just be riding the boys. Riding, cycling, gym, just grind it out because we got 2 months until round 1. Okay, so day 3 of the boot camp. I really haven't filmed pretty well anything just because I struggle without Michaela. We got to figure out a way to make a bit more money so she can come around with us. But it's been good so far. First day was drills, technique, that sort of thing. Yesterday was trying to find a bit more speed. So we basically broke the track down into sections, tried to do a bunch of fast times in those segments, and then do like an overall fast lap. Ended up dropping a couple seconds from that, and I'm actually riding pretty good. So today's a moto day. I'm starting to feel a bit sore. It's going to be like practice qualifying, some sprints, and I think some motos. So it's going to be a lot of riding today. Yeah, we'll try to get Luke on here, try to get Alex to jump on the camera a little bit and show you a bit more of what we're doing, but it's been good for me so far. We'll keep it rolling.
little bit off. Second lap, we got down to 4.
Okay, so we started the day with like a practice qualifying sort of deal. And Luke got the guys to water the track last night, so it was pretty slick. It was almost race conditions like in the morning. But it's rough with slickness in it. And I think I was 4 seconds off my time yesterday, which is like a proper sprint. So Luke's up me, that's not good enough, obviously. And I know that those are the conditions where I get a bit tentative. And I start like, when it starts to slide, I'm a really comfortable rider, so I like to back it off and just be precise. But I got to learn that riding on the edge a little bit, which is what's good about doing these boot camps, is because Luke sort of just keeps you accountable. It's like there's no excuse for being 4 seconds a lap slower. Went now straight into 5 2-lap sprints, and I was still a fair bit off, but I got it towards that more, was it 3 seconds-ish? Yeah, closer to like the 3 seconds off. Which is a little bit better. The track is a little slower today, but I actually feel like a proper boot camp this time. We're having to push pretty hard. Like that last lap of that last sprint then, I felt like I was holding on all arms. There was no legs left. So I think, what do we got left for the day, boss?
We've got 220s. I've got to make it reasonable for the younger fellas, but I think 220s after 3 days will be more than enough.
Alright, just walked in the door, had a shower, so finished up at the track at around lunchtime, 7-hour drive back, and come home. Michaela's got some dinner and time to watch A1. I've lasted 7 hours without going on Instagram and checking out who wins, so I'm pretty excited to get into it. Finished up the day with, Luke actually made me do 2:30s, not 20s, and it was a struggle. I definitely, right now, I don't quite have the suspension setting that I need. It's a little bit too soft, and through the motos, like I even run a heart rate monitor the first moto, and I can't exactly remember what it was, but I think my max was around 175 or something. For me, that's pretty low. So it just shows I wasn't able to push hard enough. I was sketchy anytime I did try to push. So they were hard motos, but sort of for different reasons, not crazy high intensity. But it was awesome to get some solid motos on a super rough track, and it felt like a proper boot camp. I'm pretty cooked right now, so yeah. Pre-season's going strong. We're going to keep it going.
Be absolutely epic. We're in an MLB stadium.
Okay, so it's Tuesday, a couple days after I was up in Rockhampton training with Luke. Pretty happy with how my body's recovering right now. I did those 2 30-minute motos plus all the sprints and everything at the end of the 3-day boot camp, and actually woke up pretty good Monday after a 7-hour travel back home and everything. So obviously I'm getting fitter, the body's starting to adapt and everything like that. Today heading out to Coolum, just doing a little bit of a refresh on the bike. So first thing I did Monday, like I said to you guys, my forks were blowing through up in Rocky on that rough track, so went straight into MXRP, and Dan's chucked in a stiffer setting for me in my forks here. We were trying something a little bit different. He was trying to find a little bit more comfort, a little bit more plushness through the fork, but I think I'd rather deal with that little bit of harshness, I think, and I need to at this level. I've got to realise that going faster now, so you need the fork almost to feel uncomfortable unless you're really charging, and then the fork works. So now that I'm starting to go faster, I need that fork to work better and just hold up more. So I didn't bother with the shock yet. I'm just doing the fork to start with, just because I want to do one thing at a time. But also, I've been neglecting my bike a little bit lately. I'm pretty anal with my filters. Like on those train days, I was doing 2 filters a day. My oil's always done, everything like that. But as far as like the cosmetic side of things, so like, as you can see, she's pretty beat up. The plastic's ripping off. Luckily, Backyard Designs graphics hold up unreal. So I've just been running stuff for probably longer than I should. Even tyres and stuff, I've run the same Maxxis paddle for I don't know how many months now, and it was missing knobs. So I made the trip to A1 yesterday, grabbed the new bunch of Maxxis tyres, restocked up on all my Motorex stuff. Got fresh chain, sprockets, so pretty well everything I need to now start zoning in on trying to go fast and get more of a race style feel, because I wasn't too worried about the tyres and stuff like that because I wasn't too worried about speed. Whereas now I'm starting to want to go a little bit quicker, so I want everything dialed in a little bit more. But I'm going to finish this up and we'll start heading towards Coolum.
Alright, so pretty well right now with the pre-season. I'm trying to ride 4 days a week minimum, and like that seems to be plenty. I'm definitely pretty smoked after that, and each day's got a little bit different schedule. Luke's been sort of just giving me some different stuff to follow. Today I just finished my warm-up drills. Now gonna head out and do 5 2-lap sprints just like we did up in Rocky, and then a moto to finish before I got a coach this afternoon. So fair bit, pretty big day for the short period we got, and the track's brutal, it's rough, it's deep, it's hard packing spots, edgy. I'm sort of holding my breath out there. There's big ruts up the up ramps and stuff. It's a little bit scary, but we're gonna make it happen. It's one of those days I've sort of just got to grit my teeth and get through it. The downfall, you tell me. I've got a little downhill driving up there, so it's going to be easier for me to gain speed to get up on top of those rollers. If I'm there, okay, I don't have much speed and I've got to gain a ton of speed from there to that roller, whereas here you can carry more speed. So you can take that, but personally I think you're going to be faster if you take this outside line, because you've got more of a run up into there, okay? We had 2 hits of the throttle. We started here, okay, and this started to blow out, which it's sand, it just will, okay, that's natural. But then what we started to all do, okay, we turned left, and then we started turning right in a left-hand turn to follow the line, right? Just because the line goes out there, okay, it's sand, you can create your own. I know I said follow the line, but if you're having to turn right in a left-hand turn, it's not the way to go. So use this, like I was just speaking about, okay, that's gonna pull you to the left. So it's still a berm, okay? Just allow it to pull you to the left and drive and create your own line. I can do it with my feet, so you can definitely do it with a bike. Okay, just make your own line down in through there. Bike won't bury as much and you can keep that one arc. So you guys...
Okay, bit of an update. So I feel like this is probably the busiest I've ever been. Just trying to get everything ready for the season, launching the new business. with the online coaching and everything else we got going on in between. So we were trying to build up this van, obviously the new van we got. Hey dude, yeah right. So trying to get this van built up, but just simply haven't had the time in like the last year. It's been a year now since we got it. So this is the point we got it at. We built all this in, but we want to get the front done, and being a new van, I wanted to do it properly. So I've got my mate Rod, he's going to do it for us. So he's starting up a new van build company, and he's going to have a crack at, well, not have a crack, I know I've seen his stuff, it's pretty awesome. So he's going to fit it out for us. So we got the bed and stuff, but it's all just blank walls. Got no proper roof or anything. Just a cloth and stuff as our little curtain there. So we're pretty excited, we can't wait. Obviously we spend so much time in the van, so we'd like to have it nice. But yeah, I'm still, right now as I'm talking, I've got so much to do tonight. So I'm going to bail, I'm going to leave this to Rod, and it should come out sweet.